Good day, friends. So today we will be discussing a very special topic, and that will be regarding Cloudflare. So as we already know what Cloudflare is, but let me explain the meaning or the purpose of Cloudflare once again. Let me go to the website cloudflare.com. So Cloudflare is basically a CDN network. Okay, so by the word CDN, we simply means that content delivery network. And CDN can be used to speed up the website. The first purpose of using CDN is to speed up the website, and the second purpose of using CDN is to protect the website from unprotected or malware issues, maybe, or hacking issues. Okay, so protect it from the hackers, in simple words. Okay, so for this reason, we may use any type of CDN, which may be Cloudflare, maybe it may be Bunny CDN, etc. So in this case, we will be using Cloudflare free version. Okay, and why are we using Cloudflare here? Because Cloudflare is one of the very popular CDN network of the world. So let us sign in to Cloudflare. As I already have an account with Cloudflare, so I'll be directly signing into my account. And if you do not have any account created with Cloudflare, you just have to create an account, register for a free account, and you will be able to see this dashboard. So let me open one website here, and let me show you how Cloudflare protects our website from the unprotected or maybe some unwanted HTTP request. Okay, so let me open any website from here. Let us open this website called greatisco.in. So here I can see that in the last 24 hours, this website has got 819 unique visitors. But this is a website of a very small company, a very small, which we may tell water filtration company, and we generally see that that type of companies do not get 819 customers or visitors in one single day. But here, as we can see that the website has got so many unique visitors in one single day, I can assume that most of the visitors which this company or the website is getting are bots. Okay, so that's the interesting thing about website and security. So out of 819 visitors, this website has got 3002 or 3.02 thousand HTTP request. Okay, then Cloudflare also provide us the facility of caching. Caching simply means that some of the resources may be CSS files, maybe JavaScript files, or maybe some static files. All those type of files will be cached or stored by the cloud server on its CDN servers, and once it gets similar kind of request from similar type of users, it will show the cache files instead of showing the files from the server. Okay, so let me explain you this process. Let us assume this is my web server and I have connected my website to Cloudflare. Okay, and this is one visitor, and the name of the visitor is visitor1. So the first visitor type the domain name abcd.com. Okay, and the request from the user's computer will go to the domain name at first, and the domain name's DNS, domain name server, DNS settings will redirect the user or the request to at first Cloudflare. Why Cloudflare? Because here we are using Cloudflare as a CDN network, and then Cloudflare will collect the details from the web server and it will again show it to the user's computer. So here we can see that once we use Cloudflare as a CDN network, then the then the request will go to the Cloudflare CDN server at first, and then it will go to the web server. The request will again come from the web server, or the requested resources will come from the web server to the CDN network or the CDN server, and it will be displayed on the client's desktop or mobile or maybe laptop. So next time, if one other visitor called V2 is the name of the next visitor, if he visits the website abcd.com, the request will at first go to Cloudflare website, and then the request will go to the web server, the original server. But here, since Cloudflare has already got several resources of the website abcd.com. So maybe 30% of the request will go to the web server and 70% of the request will not go to the web server. Those requests will be directly fetched from the CDN server and displayed it to the user server. Let me explain you this concept in one other type. Okay, so this is the web server and this is CDN or Cloudflare, which we will be using as the CDN network. And my website is abcd.com, and here is a client called V3. So when the client V3 types the domain name abcd.com, then it will at first go to CDN server. The CDN server will again redirect the request from the CDN server to the web server, and web server will contain several assets such as pictures, such as JavaScript files. In short, JavaScript is called as JS. It may have CSS files, it may have HTML files, it may have any other type of files which we will not cover in this section. So all these files will be fetched by the CDN network or the CDN server and display it to the user's computer here. Next time, if another person called V3 accessed or try to access the same domain name, then the request will at first go to CDN, and the CDN may only pick up the HTML content from the original server, and JavaScript, CSS or other types of resources may be cached by the CDN server. On the first request, when the person V3 call the website, and it will be displayed directly from the CDN network instead of the web server. So this is the reason why using a CDN network makes the website very fast and secured. Okay, so this CDN network, we can use it as a firewall as well. As we know that in every type of computer we can see a firewall, okay, and the firewall protects the computer from the outside world. Similarly, if we use a CDN network, we can protect our original server from the external world or maybe some unwanted resources. So let us try using Cloudflare with a domain name which I have recently purchased for one of my clients. So before going to that section, let me explain you what can we see in this dashboard. In the last 24 hours, 819 customers have visited this website gretisco.in. Out of that, total request or the total number of requests is 303,000 requests all total. Out of that, 25% of the request has been sent by the CDN network instead of the original server, and total data or the total bandwidth consumed is 40 MB, and total bandwidth which is saved by the CDN server is 10 MB, which is 25%. Okay, so let me go to analytics and logs, and let us check from where the requests are being or the requests are coming to this server. So here is the data of the last 30 days, and here I can see total request which this website has received is 94,000, which is nearly 1 lakhs total request, out of which 18,000 requests has been cached and 76,000 requests has not been cached, or this request has directly all these requests have been fetched directly from the web server. And this company or this website or the primary company of this website is situated in Guwahati, okay, which is in India. And I can see most of the requests which this company or the website is getting is from United States. 517 requests are from United States. So this simply means that this company is getting lot of spam bots on its website. So we have to protect this website from these spam bots. And if I also mouse it over to like other regions, from Mexico 1 request, from Brazil 44 requests, from Australia 11 requests, from Brazil it's again 44 requests, from Russia it's 15 requests. Okay, so these are all bots. So here I can see the total number of requests or the total number of traffic. So from United States I can see 1500 traffics has been received by this website. From Singapore, 523, and from India, which is the primary region of this website, and from this region only 389 customers or visitors have visited this website. So now let us go to security and let us check what has been detected by the Cloudflare. I can see the total number of threads, unwanted requests, maybe spammers, maybe bots, and out of in the last 30 days, Cloudflare has protected this website from 978 unwanted bots or visitors. And from where this request has been sent to this website? From Canada, 4 trades, from Brazil, 1 trade, from Germany, 5 trade, from China, 5 trade, from Russia, 2 trades, and we can see each and everything in this section. And top trades countries: from Netherlands, 9 requests, from Singapore, 7 requests, China, 5 requests, Germany, 5 requests, Canada. We can see a lot of things here, but let's not waste our time reading all these requests, and let us try how can we protect my own website or your client's website with the help of Cloudflare. So let me click on add a website, and here I'll be adding one website. I just forgot the name of the website which has to be added. Let me log into my reseller club panel. So reseller club is a registrar, domain registrar, just like GoDaddy, just like BigRock, just like Bluehost, and from here we can purchase domain names at cheaper rate. And here I can see this domain has been recently purchased by one of our team members, and let us copy the domain name from this section, and I will add the domain name here, and then I will click on continue button. This is so easy. Okay, the enter step is so easy, you don't have to worry about it. And we have several plans, but you don't have to worry. You can simply skip all the paid versions and just continue with the free version. If we are aware about configuring our website with Cloudflare, then free version will work. Okay, so the next step is to change our name servers. So I will click copy the first name server, and then I will go to the domains name server section. If you are using GoDaddy, then you can find this name server in DNS section, and I will copy the second name server and put it in the DNS section. Okay, so we have completed the first step. We have completed the step number 1, and step number 2 is to manage the DNS settings of this website. Now we will be manage the DNS settings of this website. So here there is again a twist. For hosting the web server, we will be using WeBot app hosting. For hosting the emails, we will be using HostGator, since HostGator emails, if we use HostGator for sending emails don't get delivered to the spam folder. Their IP has a good reputation, emails. And right now we will only be using these 2 servers. Okay, instead of HostGator we can also use Zoho. Instead of Zoho we can also use G Suite. It's totally up to you. So if you want to know how to use Zoho or how to use G Suite with the Cloudflare website, or maybe with your domain name, you can simply go to our description section, and I will include the link. I have already prepared a detailed video about using Zoho for your domain name as the email provider, and you can definitely use it. It's a Zoho is a free email hosting provider which you can use for your website. All right, but for this website, for this domain name, I will be using HostGator, since Zoho only gives us 5 email IDs, but we need several email IDs, so I will be using HostGator in this case. And for hosting the website, we will be using WeBot App Cloud. So let us go to WeBot App Cloud, and I have already signed up an account for this with this company, and now I have to, and here I have to get the IP address of this company. So I have already collected the IP address of this company, and Cloudflare has already configured all the required files. But here I will make some twist. I will delete all these records. I don't need any of this record right now. It may take some time, but yes, we will not be using these records. Okay, so I have deleted all the records of Cloudflare, all the DNS records of this domain name. The first thing which we will be doing is to set up the hosting account of WeBotApp. So now I will go to the WeBotApp Cloud panel. Since uh, I have a reseller account of WeBotApp, so I will directly open my reseller control panel and add the account here. And here I will simply go to account manager and add a new user, and let's copy the domain name. The domain name is tassycouriers.com.au, which we will edit later on, but for the time being I'll be simply using it. tassycouriers@webotapp.com, and this is the password and this is the domain name. And the package, I will be selecting the 100 GB package for this client. And oh, I see that this domain has already been added. So let us go to users, and let us search this domain name. I think someone of my team has already added this domain name, and let us go to domains and let us search TASS and then filter. So I have got this domain name tassycouriers.com.au, and user statistics. I think the domain has been added just before some time, and these are the name servers. And here I can see the IP address. I will simply go to Cloudflare, and the first thing which we have to do is to add a new record. So here I will be selecting add record, and instead of writing www or something like that, I will simply write a, which means that all the requests that comes to tassycouriers.com.au will directly go to IPv4 address, and here is the IP address, and I will click on proxy item. Okay, so if someone clicks or if someone visits this domain name, then it will be routed through the Cloudflare proxy, and then I will simply click on save. So the first thing is done. Next, the next thing which we will be doing is to open up an account in HostGator, and here I will be adding the domain name as well. So let us copy the domain name once again, and let us go to HostGator. And from HostGator, the first thing which we will do is to add a new domain name here. And HostGator we are simply using it for creating domains, since HostGator plans gives us unlimited free domain names. If you want to save money of your client or maybe your own money, then you can simply use a free or a cheap plan of HostGator or Bluehost maybe, and use this facility. Okay, and let us wait for some time. This website is a bit slow, and let us click on create a domain name. Here I have added the domain name, and I won't be using the document root, and here I will click on submit. So we have already done this basic step. Okay, and now we won't be using HostGator as our hosting company. Instead of using HostGator as our hosting company, we'll be using HostGator as our email company. And now I will go to zone here, and I will search for this domain name, and I will click on manage, and here I will get the IP address of this server, of HostGator server, and here I will simply copy the mail, since we will be using mail server as HostGator, and here the A record will be A, and the name server of this subdomain is mail.tassycouriers.com.au, and this is the IP address which we have to add. Let us edit, and we won't be filtering it, we won't be proxying it, because this security will be taken by HostGator. We don't have to worry about it, and we are simply forwarding the mail.tassycouriers.com.au to the IP address of the mail server, and the rest of the request to our web server. Okay, so this is clear as of now. Now we have to add the MX record of this domain name. So now I will simply go to MX, and then we have to search MX record here, and I can see that this is the MX record. Let us copy it, and then this is the MX record, and mail tassycouriers.com.au TTL. I will keep it 1 minute, and priority will be 0, since if I go here I can see the priority is 0 here. Okay, so now we have almost done, and the last thing which we have to do is to protect our mails from going into spam folder. So for that, we will be simply copying the name, and the name will be tassiccouriers.com.au. This is the txt value which we have to maintain it. And let us go down, and txt value, this is the name, and ttl will be 1 minute, so that we can check our changes as soon as possible. And let us copy this command and paste it here. We have all done, and I will click on save. We are almost complete. And now I will go to one website. The name of the website will be dnschecker.org. We will be checking the DNS of this domain name. And let us copy the domain name once again. And here is the domain name which we have to put. And I will check the air record. I can see the air records of Cloudflare is showing up here. If I put mailmail.tassiccouriers.com.au, I can see the HostGator's which we call IP address is being showing up here, and we are not proxying it because we don't have to care about the hosting server provided by HostGator, because they will take care of the security, but we have to take care of the security of our web server, else the web server will be getting so much of unwanted request. Next, what we will be doing, so, and let us also check the MX record, and here I can see the MX record is being priority 0 and mail.tassiccouriers.com.au is being created here. So the next important thing which we have to do is to go to overview once again and click on I am under attack. So if Cloudflare finds any browser which is doing suspicious activity, it will show up a JavaScript challenge when they visit your website. So it will protect our website from unwanted traffic. And then we will go to security, and then we will again go to WAF, which is a firewall, web application firewall. We will create some rules, and this is one of the very important things that we have to do. At first, I will click on create a rule. Here I will name that the first rule will be country, since the primary country of this website is Australia. So here Australia, and or since we will be developing this website and I am from India as of now, and if the country does not equal to if the country equals to Australia, and if the country equals to India, just a minute, let me think it. If the country does not equal to, okay, so if the country does not equal to Australia, if someone is not from Australia, and or if someone is not from India, then show him a challenge. Show him a challenge. The challenge will be there will be a pop-up which will tell that you are not from Australia. So just check out this option to continue, something like that. I will show it later on. Or if we simply go to Google and Cloudflare, and if we write Cloudflare managed challenge, and then if we go to, where is images, those people will see something like that. If someone is not from Australia, if someone is not from India, then they will be seeing a message like that: please stand by while we are checking your browser. It will check whether the browser or the human which is visiting the website is real or not. And then we will click on deploy. The next thing which we'll doing is to protect the website from this file. Since we will be developing this website in WordPress, so there is a special file in WordPress which is called XML RPC, and we will protect this website from the bots. So here I will write URI. If the URI equals to this one, then we will block it. We will not allow this URL to communicate with the enter wall. Then we will also protect the website from old browsers, since most of the bots uses the old browsers. So we will check if the browser version is HTTP 1.0, which we do not use as of today, then we will block it. Or we can also give him a manage challenge. So if a person is using a very old browser, then he will be getting a message like this, that we are checking your browser. Or if someone is a bot and visiting our website with HTTP 1.0 browser, then he will also get a challenge, and bot will not able to pass that challenge. So we have almost completed all the rules which are very essential. We can add several other rules, but these 3 rules are very essential for any website. Then we will go to bots, and we will only ask Cloudflare to allow the valid bots such as Facebook bot, Google bot. Okay, rest of the bot we will exclude it from Cloudflare. So we have almost completed all the necessary actions which have to be done in Cloudflare. So let us go to this domain name. Let us type the domain name in the browser, and let's check what can we see now. So go to tasicouriers.com.au, and I can see a mind blown a blog about philosophy. And now I will go to this control panel provided by WeaverTap, and here I can see that the SSL certificate of this domain is not issued. So I will go to SSL, and now let us SSL certificates, and let us install an SSL certificate for this website, and let me click on save, and let us check what can we see, whether the SSL installation process will be completed or not. So Tasi Couriers was skipped. I think this is the reason. This may be the reason, as we have recently changed our DNS, so the name servers or the server is not accessible as of now, but we don't have to worry. We will try it again after 1 or 2 or 3 hours. Okay, so this is not a big issue. And then we will also be going to the emails, the HostGator server, hostgator.com, and let us create one email in this section, and I will click on create here, tasicouriers.com.au, and the name of the email will be admin, and let us give any email ID, password, and let us click on create, and admin@tasi, check mail. So this security related things are very essential, and these are very interesting as well. So we can follow several other methods to protect our website from the unwanted resources or unwanted threats. Okay, so if you are well aware about this process, then your journey of web development will be so beautiful. And if you don't know about it, then you will get, your websites will get hacked again and again. It will be affected by virus and malwares, and you will be in trouble. So let's try sending the email, and let us reload it. I can see that admin@tasicouriers has sent me an email ID, and let us reply back to this email ID and check whether it is working or not. And where is the, okay, so this one. So since we are using the free version of Roundcube or server email, so this is a bit slow, but we don't have to worry. It generally takes 1 minute or 2 to get the emails. Okay, let us reload it. Okay, so I have got the mail back, and here I can see the success message, and I can even see that the mail sent by HostGator is being delivered to the inbox of this Gmail account. Okay, so this is all about using Cloudflare for your website. And one more thing, if you are not able to issue SSL for this website, for this Cloudflare website, then for just 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or maybe for 1 hour, go to DNS and click on edit for the air record of the web server. Okay, and click on edit and just disable the proxy for 1 hour. So once you do, then go to SSL issuing certificates page once again, and ask your control panel to issue the SSL for this web server. And once the SSL has been issued for your web server, go back to your Cloudflare and make the proxy enable. So that's all about Cloudflare. Let me know your feedback about this video. Thank you.